Ever since I was a small boy, I've always dreamt of visiting Africa, specifically to see the wildlife. On the 21st of September 2022, we took off from Heathrow to start a 2-week holiday in South Africa, which would include 2 days on the Kruger Game Reserve. We booked this holiday through Riviera Travel, who we've used for a number of tours, and this would take in several other sites, including the very famous Rorke's Drift, the subject of the Zulu film, Isildwana, and a number of sites on the south coast of Africa, before finishing in Cape Town. But this short visit is to take us to the Kruger Game Reserve. As we looked out of the window, we looked down on Africa, and I was thinking ahead to what we might see on this very area, as this is not far from the Kruger that we're looking down on from here. Finally, we touched down in Johannesburg after what had been a long flight, stopping over at Doha in Qatar. Well, here we are. It's day 2 of our holiday in South Africa. We're just on our way to the Kruger Game Reserve, having had a very good night in Johannesburg. And yeah, it's a gorgeous weather, and we're looking forward to seeing lots of wildlife. And Geraldine's here as well.
Just for a change.
This is the lovely Karen, who's looking after herself well this week.
Hello!
Oh yes. You will feature.
There we go. Yeah.
See, these are actually man-made bed nest. Yeah, these are.
We are normally in this block on the right hand side here. The main building is straight ahead. Willie should be lurking somewhere. So you can take your card payments in the little lounge area here.
We spent just one night in Johannesburg, and then we had a long coach ride until we arrived at Hippo Hollow, where we would stay for the next few nights. Hippo Hollow is right beside the Kruger Game Reserve, and the Sabi River flows through the reserve right along the bottom of the garden, so to speak. Now, this is well named because that river has hippo and crocodile, and you can see one on the rock there. Well, it's now silly o'clock on Saturday morning. We've spent the last few days travelling, but we're now at Hippo Lodge by the Kruger Game Reserve, and this is where the action really starts, because we're about to go off, find our jeeps and see all the wildlife.
So if you come on your own, you can't get in till 6. That's why they're going to queue now. But we can.
Are we all set?
We've got to say
Oh,
cheese.
yes.
They are. Okay, we'll see you in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Morning, how are you? Good, good.
Morning. Bye.
Okay, let's go try to find some animals. There's a very big place. Only 2 million hectares. 32,000 square kilometers. I'm going to give you a very small piece.
One of the ambitions when looking for wildlife in Africa is to see the big five. And we were very fortunate to come across 2 white rhinos literally within a few minutes of entering the park. We also saw many impala, and this particular one had a red-billed oxpecker on it. The first big bird we came across was a vulture, and then we saw a pair of kudu browsing in the brush. The next big bird we saw was a tawny eagle. Magnificent looking bird. It wasn't long before we came across our next bird of prey. This was a brown snake eagle. And then, a short while further on, we came across the African hawk eagle. Of course, the moment we'd all been looking forward to when we first met the elephants.
Elephants are quite big eating machines. They eat between 200 to 300 kilograms of vegetation per day. Drink up to 200 liters of water per day.
Do they ever have twins?
Elephants doesn't really, because of wonderful small baby.
Yeah, it's up there.
Wonderful small baby.
Well, we've just seen our first lion, but it didn't look particularly active. It wasn't long before we came across our next lions. This time there were 3 lionesses sitting out on a rock. They were taking a lot of interest in a buffalo that was lurking out in that long grass.
I'll see it.
First, one of the lionesses got down and disappeared into the grass, and then the second one, seen here, climbed off the rock and also went to hunt. Sadly, we never saw the outcome. It was time for us to move on. Yeah, definitely.
This is a group of male and female.
Oh, I
bigger
see.
horn buff.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting.
A big elephant here on the left hand side.
Nice.
The tusk of the elephant, you can see one sometimes is a little bit shorter than
Yeah.
another one. It's like elephants are left and right tusked, and as we are left and right handed. So
Oh, I
we prefer
didn't
using
realise
one
that.
more. Then that one will get shorter.
More hippo.
Is it a hippo?
Yeah.
Yeah, several.
Few of the water, one lying on the side.